Hey there, buddy. And I haven't needed to change the sound settings in a week, so I hope everything is still fine.
None of it's fine.
Alright, in this episode of Risk of Rain, Sarah is with me, as always, because that's the only time I can record Risk of Rain recently. But I don't know what character I'm going to play as in this episode. I think...
There's still one to unlock.
Yes, I am aware, and I know how to unlock him. Okay. I think I'll play as the Huntress, though she's not the best character for doing this. If I can get her a few soldier serums, she can be pretty good. What? I hit the E button.
Gotta give her the drugs. The performance-enhancing kind.
Oh yeah. It's the only way she's any good. I feel like that's offended someone out there. People are very easily offended.
Are the textures weird?
They are a little bit, on this rock specifically.
It seems like all the rocks are like it.
All the rocks are very similar. Yes. But there's only one rock like this, and it is mine.
It's my rock. It's not a rock, it's a boulder. The pilgrims used to drive these for miles.
Oh, Jesus. I don't think pilgrims drove land rocks. They drove sea rocks. Land rocks are different. You can't move them. Oh, hey, I thought I heard something spawn in.
You thought right. And now it's gone.
Yes, I did think to the right, actually, because it was off to the right.
Eh.
Don't me. Hey, that's not bad, actually. It's not good, though, but it's not bad. That means it's a technical positive net gain.
Out of curiosity, do you know what a bandolier is because of video games?
Yes.
Same.
There's a lot of things I know about because of video games, and you asked me if I knew about it because I read Homestuck. That's a reference.
Gone.
There's plenty of words that are in it, and you're like, God, it really expands your diction. And I'm like, I saw this in Paper Mario.
It does too, though. I mean, I knew what a dormitory was thanks to Harry Potter video game.
A Harry Potter video game?
Yeah.
Not the book?
Nah, the game. Knew it from the game first.
Class. I appreciate it. Video games are the ultimate medium. And you can't tell me I'm wrong because it's a matter of opinion. Take that.
Ding dong, your opinion is wrong.
Are you just gonna talk? Are you just gonna reference memes the whole time?
Possibly. I'm a meme library.
No, you're just on Reddit all the time. You think you're a meme library. You get it from all the other meme libraries, though.
I know, I'm a compilation of other compilations.
This year's compilation videos.
Oh, God.
Those people. They're not the worst people. They're just not good people. One day I'm gonna make one of those videos as a parody, and someone's not gonna understand it, and they're gonna be like, I thought you didn't like these videos.
Gonna put it on April 1st and people still aren't gonna realize.
Chugga Conroy did like half a playthrough of Mega Man 2 on April 1st via camcorder, and it was just great because people tell him it's still his. They still tell him it's his. It's their favorite Let's Play of his, and they want him to continue it. And you know what? It is fantastic that people can't tell it's a joke. It's a joke because there's still an increasingly absurd amount of people that do camcorder Let's Plays of Mega Man 2. And I don't understand why. Guys, we have emulation. We had emulation when he made that joke. It's just a poor life decision.
Some people, they're just, inept. They can't make the emulators run. And then there's some, it'd be me. It would be me.
Sarah, you can't even figure out how to move files sometimes. You're like, and where do I put it? And I go, where do you want to put it? I don't know. How do I make a new You're like, how do I make a new folder? And I go, you right click and hit new folder. Whenever you panic, you lose all sense of reason.
I do. I dropped, like, my intelligence completely nullified. I panic and I just say stuff that's stupid. I already knew how to do that. I just was freaking out, so I didn't know
I've done
anything.
it for you literally every time. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm prone to panicking when it comes to computers. I'm afraid.
Oh, you're like an old person.
Yes. Very much so.
Your grandmother thinking that a computer from 2013 that has just an Intel Pentium chip in it is a fantastic computer, and me trying to tell her, no, that's not a good computer.
It's good for looking at my email and printing my coupons.
Well, calm down, Sarah. Shush, calm down. No, don't scream that.
But that's how she talks, though.
You're screaming. You're screaming. It's okay. Just speak in a normal tone into the microphone.
What is normal?
I don't know. You're screaming in my ear. No, but she got very offended when I told her that's subpar for even then, and it's even worse now considering it's an outdated Pentium chip. The regular Intel Pentium chips, for anyone who doesn't know, if you're watching this video, I assume you do know, but just in case, it is one of the absolute worst processing chips out there. And I have no idea, and as a person that sells technology to people, I kind of just refuse to actually tell them nonsense bogus. Oh yeah, this thing is fantastic. I'll be like, yeah, it's probably gonna shit. It's literally gonna just come to life and take a shit and then die.
You're getting a Chromebook? Reconsider.
Yeah, things like that. I have genuinely said that to people. And, I try to advise them to avoid these things, and for some reason, people get it convinced in their mind that what they're getting is perfect.
Like you're telling them not to get it because you want to sell them expensive stuff and not because it's terrible.
Yeah,
It's actually a great way to get people to buy things.
It's a great way to get people to buy things, to tell them, wait, no, what you're buying is bad.
They double down.
They double down, and then they just buy that. Or they get so offended they leave. And then you don't have to deal with them anymore. They go to some other place.
Best Buy. So rude. I'm going to Best Buy. You do that.
That lady actually said, this is awful. I'm going to Staples. And I said, that is 60 miles away from our current location, ma'am. Do you really want to go to Staples? And she was like, it's better than here. I was boiling inside, but I'm like, okay. You do that. You can do that. And then she came back in 10 minutes later. I win every time. It's either I win or I win, and people scold me for winning.
Did you enjoy your brief walk in the general direction of Staples and then back?
She just went out to her car, grabbed the item that she wanted to get, and came back in. Okay, so the story behind this woman is she came in and just screamed at me, expecting me to know exactly what she needed, and I had no idea who she was or what she needed, and then she got angry and left. And it's an experience every retail worker has at least once when they work a retail, where in which there's that person that comes in angry at what is really nothing, and you can't help them because they give you no information.
Oh, is this the person that's like, I need something, tell me where it is, and didn't tell you what it was or what it looked like?
Yes, that is exactly the situation I just described. Yeah, they gave me no information. They told me nothing, and they're just like, well, you're supposed to know. I'm in your system. I don't even know who you are. I can't do anything without knowing who you are. And they got offended that I didn't know who they were. And they were just awful human beings.
Even if I was a mind reader, I couldn't tell you where to find something if you don't know what it looks like and what it's for.
Oh no, she knew what it looked like. She had it in her car.
The fact that she felt the need.
But she was just so angry that I could not immediately grant her just awful desire. Was it too much for her?
What did it end up being?
Oh, a A packet of labels. Just a packet of labels. And it was a different, and it was an old thing that she probably got, like, I don't know, 20 years, not 20 years ago, like 10 years ago, because the branding and packaging had changed. So, like, it was also a difficult to find item, and if she even had described it to me, I wouldn't have been able to do it, because there was no way to identify the item. It's genius, isn't it? It's true genius.
It always amazes me how we're, like, you know, the top species, and yet we have members this stupid.
We didn't breed for brains.
We bred for endurance, with brains being the secondary thing.
Our endurance and intelligence build is really weird.
Still weird to think about that. I wonder how it would play in actual games.
An endurance and intelligence build? I mean, we could try that, actually.
Because it's so uncommon, right?
We do D&D, so we could do that. We could try an endurance and intelligence build, and I can see how creative I get with it. You're a better DM than me, anyways. I'm just not a super creative DM. I'm like, hey, you killed the goblins. Get your loot.
Hatred of dwarves.
No, don't talk about that. That is a very not safe for work or any situation kind of comment, and I will not tell you in the comments. This is not something that will go on my channel.
Yeah, that probably sums up our D&D experiences in general.
Our D&D experiences are kind of loopy, but that's part of the fun of them. Remember the one thing I did after my original main character that died that had the hatred of dwarves? I'm like, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to make an elf child, and that is going to clearly be the child of my orc.
Half-orc, remember?
Yes, half-orc. Chaotic evil half-orc that stole the abilities of a paladin. Someone out there is really angry that I said this sentence, but you know what? It happened.
Also, they were so unintelligent that they weren't sentient.
I know. Most of my campaign was just enjoying roaming around because I can't really put it together extremely large plots over extended periods.
Having to roll to read correctly.
That was entertainingly bad, actually. But it was still bad.
Most of your communications was with a weird smile and finger guns.
It was a weird smile and a thumbs up, not finger guns.
Okay.
That was the second character. They were like, yeah, and they were like, yeah, you look like him, you act like him, but you are still awful, just like him. Oh, God. Just the absolute sheer fact of the world we designed making no sense. Well, it's not that it made the world followed rules and made sense. It's just that the character I made somehow succeeding in the world made no sense.
But it was funny.
I just happenstanced upon a kingdom and rolled a successful chance to convince, because I had an extremely high charisma, so I could just gibberish my way through conversations with a charisma check, and they would just do what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I became a king of a kingdom because of this. And then I just ran out into the streets and slaughtered him in front of his people.
I just sliced off his head.
Like, this isn't the intention, but you know what? It works. He's dead. I just strangled him to death. By the way, the ruler was a child. And remember, chaotic evil character. You gotta go for the true chaotic evil. It's kind of cathartic sometimes.
I've already got everything I want, but I'm still gonna kill you.
I remember, no, wait, I still need you. And then just like, Jeh! It's a really gruesome way of describing the murder of a child.
Yep. And that's some of the tamer stuff from that.
No, it's not. The tame stuff is me urinating on a giant kraken.
You took a jump in a fireplace.
That wasn't intentional. You just made that happen because I failed a dexterity roll in something, and I don't remember what it was. You forced that upon me. That doesn't even make sense.
Fire was what? It wasn't even your house.
I still had pants on. And you just are like, you failed this roll so bad, you ripped off your pants and you shat in a fireplace. And my response was, okay.
When you roll a 1, the DM has fun.
I didn't roll a 1, I rolled a 3 with a -2 to that attribute. I had the worst character build, and she didn't let me re-roll. Like, no, you have to do this for this session. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then, like, 2 months later, we just abandoned the character because he fell off and we forgot to do a saving throw. You know what, though? It was necessary.
It was for the best.
Yeah, he should not have lived that long. But he did.
Arguments with the octopus in the lake.
You mean the Kraken? Yeah, the Kraken. You say it's an octopus, but the way you described it to me was a Kraken.
Same difference, different size.
I don't know. The old myths of Krakens and giant tentacles were just whale penises, but that's another story. Oh my god. And that's gonna be someone's Google search. Historical representations of the Kraken. That's a whale penis? I'm sorry to anyone out there that's actually gonna look that up. But it is true. It is historically true. Well, from what we understand of what people thought along those lines, because we can't truly know what they thought, but, you know, just apparently the most reasonable thing is that they mistook whale penises for giant tentacles of squids.
To be fair, they do look very similar.
They do, but you know what? No. People are always afraid of horrible monstrosities dwelling in the deep seas, so I was going to say, yeah, but that's kind of dumb to think of, but no, it's not.
What? And oarfish are the sea serpents.
Yes. Ah, history. That was great.
Oarfish are cool. It's sad they're going extinct.
What?
They're extraordinarily rare.
That doesn't mean they're going extinct. So are goblin sharks.
They're probably going extinct too.
They might go extinct, yeah, but they are extremely deep sea dwelling. We've only seen so many.
Oh god, when you go to the deep sea stuff, that's when it really gets weird.
I remember people laughing at the blobfish, but I just can't help but think of, you know, it doesn't normally look like that. It normally looks horrifying.
Yeah, it normally looks almost like a regular fish, actually.
It is very similar to a regular fish, but then you get a good close look at it, it almost looks like it has mandibles.
Which it does.
It does?
Yes, because mandibles are these.
I meant like ant mandibles. You know exactly what I mean. Okay.
Yes?
Hello?
Hello?
I've ran out of weird history things to talk about, and we changed subjects from the D&D session, so here I'm killing things in Risk of Rain.
That you are.
Oh. Yeah, I believe I've said before that the Huntress is one of my least favorite characters to play as, actually.
You know, you've been playing really well with it, though.
Oh, the Huntress is easy to play at if you know what to do. It doesn't change her from being one of my least favorite characters. She's just not fun.
I don't know, I was just trying to think of if there was anything that I've experienced where it was both easy and yet I also had zero fun with it.
Yeah, you like to just win, so...
I do like to win, yeah. But I also have to think, Math games. Yeah.
No one likes math games. That's true. Except for the people that like math games. And you know what? You're wrong. Ding dong, your opinion is wrong.
Yeah, just go and put in, algebra in there. There, that was easy for me, but I didn't have fun. It's not really a game, though, necessarily.
Whoa, what was that? The frame drop.
You just said what it was. The frame dropped.
You know what I mean, Sarah. Don't do that to me.
You do it to me.
No, I don't. You do that to me all the time, though. Aha, they're dead. The Beetle Queen. She is deceased.
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. Oh, God. See, now it becomes a problem to stay alive because there's more and more enemies spawning in. Uh-oh. Good Lord. Just die. Just die, everyone. Just die. Am I at 100%? I'm at 99.
Bye, everybody.
Jesus. I'm still disappointed that glitch where you carry over just a tiny bit of money no longer works. Oh, no, it worked. I'm disappointed this doesn't work anymore. And then it works.
You know, this sort of timing happens to you a lot.
It's not scripted. This isn't post-commentary. It just kind of happens. I'm not a lucky man. What the... What? What did he drop? What? Okay.
Enjoy having 2 rusty keys you'll never use.
I will enjoy having 2 rusty keys I'll never use. Did it just jump, or did it... What? Oh! That was unnecessary. What are they targeting? They're clearly targeting something. What? They hit... Oh. Oh my god, there's an enemy way over... Oh!
Well, you were distracted. You were getting surrounded.
Yeah, there's an enemy way over there. What is that? Oh no, it's the scavenger thing. Nope. I hate those. Well, I especially hate those when I'm playing as the Huntress, who does not attack fast. Though we have 1 soldier serum, we need a lot more. I want 24 of those things. I'm going to be attacking literally every millisecond.
Non-stop DPS.
Ah. If only. I want...
Gives you a rusty key.
It could, and if it does, I'm just going to quit the game and I'm never going to open it again. Oh, neat. Open Sesame. It's the ukulele.
You got his attention.
Oh, God! Thank goodness they need to reload once in a while. Otherwise, I'd have been dead there. No. There's another one. Where did he go? Just die. Thank you. Oh, Jesus. And when you turn around and there's a greater wisp. My God, that is not what I wanted to see. But I got a bit of money off of that. That's only a small amount at this current stage in the game, but you know what? Money's money.
Money is money. Trees are trees.
You spend money on goods and services. Ooh! What did I hit? Ow. Oh my god, a flashbang. That's useful. Chance to stun on hit. It's a pretty decent chance, too. I'm gonna take it. The question is, will it work on the boss of this stage?
No!
Oh, I just barely didn't make that. What? Okay, it put me over here anyways. I have a feeling that's not how this was supposed to go.
But supreme victory, nevertheless.
I thought it put me up there. Up back, over the yonder, on the hill. Could this really be qualified as a hill when it's more like a floating island? Do floating islands technically have hills, or is it just more floating island?
Both of those things are correct.
What is the geography of a floating island?
The same as something that's not floating, but floating.
That doesn't make any sense.
Now, I assure you that makes perfect sense. It's the same geography, but elevated.
Describe elevation. Don't use elevators as an example. Never believed in those. I guarantee you there are people out there like that.
They never believed in elevators?
Yeah. I think the strangest customer experience I had, and yes, it applies to this, they just were like weird alien people, I guarantee it. They weren't from this earth. They didn't know what notebooks and pencils were. They were like 50 plus years old.
Oh!
They were disgusting, foul people. It's not like they were special needs by any means, by the way. They didn't exhibit any signs of it. They didn't show anything that was wrong with them or anything other than that, except for the one lady with the weird pulsating infected eyeball.
Ah!
I guarantee you they lived out in the woods somewhere.
How were they like captured as babies and kept in a basement for 30 years?
I have no idea, but listen, I'm glad I never have to interact with them again.
You have to explain to a middle-aged adult what a pencil is.
I'm at a low point in my life.
They were at a lower point.
They never reached a high point. Oh! Yeah, and expressed it to a coworker that I had at the time, and his response was, it's not that. And before I said they didn't know what a notebook was, his response was, that's not that bad. And then I said, well, they didn't know what a notebook was, and he goes, where have they lived? In the middle of the woods? And I go, I don't know, man. So we did the Huntress, and now we're going to move on to the Artificer, because he needs... Actually, no. We're going to go to the Commando. He definitely needs more screen time from me, because I pretty much never play as him, because he's the first character you ever play as. That being said, because of that, I'm not very good at playing as him.
Press E to escape the pod. But what if I never press E?
Then the game actually just casually gets harder until you do escape. So technically, you could just leave Risk of Rain 2 running on someone's computer, and they'll be like, oh, I forgot I had a game running, and then they'll just hit E, and they'll forget, and then they'll die.
Would the pod become surrounded by enemies?
The enemies don't start spawning in until after you open the pod. So you could just be a supreme monster to people and turn the HUD opacity to 100. So that means it's see-through. Or is it the inverse? Turn it to 0 and it's see-through. Either way, you get the point. I forgot. Okay, I forgot the sitting.
No, my ankles.
Oh, my 2 damage! Whoa.
Have you ever wondered what 2 damage would feel like?
I feel 2 damage every day. I get pinched by you.
You think that's 2 damage?
Yes. An uncomfortable pinch. It heals back very quickly.
So what's 5 damage?
A slightly more uncomfortable pinch. Guess what 10 damage is?
An even more comfortable pinch.
Yes. At 50 damage, it becomes less of a pinch and more of a, why are you torturing me with those giant crab claws?
So what's a 100 damage?
I'm dead.
So we have 100 health. You think 2% of your health is depleted by a slight pinch?
If I'm covered in slight pinches, there's a good chance I will go into shock. It might not kill me, but I will probably not ever be the same again.
So 50 pinches and you're done.
The emotional trauma will be too much.
Dang, but I only got 2 hands.
Can't wait for the guy in the comments that's like, you see, my uncle died to being pinched 50 times. Like if you cry every time.
Press F to pay respect.
Press F to pay respects if you cry every time. I feel like that is definitely going to be in my comments section. My uncle died to being pinched 50 times at once.
No, it's actually my aunt.
My uncle.
My uncle.
I rolled right into his beam. Did you notice?
Yes.
I got launched into the air. That was awesome. Commando was hard to play as. I wonder how my uncle would... I'm sorry. Nah, the Commando genuinely is difficult to play as, though. Because I am not a dodge person. I am a shoot them in the face person. Because that is how I play roguelikes. Just charge the enemy down and win. Hey, no! There we go. Hello?
Hello. Sorry. I died for a second. I died.
It's an impressive feat to accomplish. To be resuscitated by me going, hello? And a questioning tone.
Yeah, I know. But, I'm still not completely there, I don't think. Then again, was I ever?
You want me to answer that?
Yes.
I asked... Oh, so, fun story for everyone.
Are you dodging this subject?
What? No, I was just reminded of something my boss did. Fun story for everyone. So, I have 4 bosses at my workplace. Yes, 4! I have to listen to each one of them. And, they don't always say the same thing, and they don't always agree upon everything. So one of my bosses genuinely gave me the... Because we have to... Since I work retail, I am one of the people that helps unload the freight truck that comes in. And this boss looked at me one day and said, I don't care what happens to truck, you do this. So truck, nothing happened to it that day. Except for very basic things, because I was already working on that before he got there. And, the next day, we had a worker not show up. So, for 5 hours of a shift, we could do nothing but manage customers. And that sat there and gained dust. Until my manager brought up a cart for me to sort through. I started sorting through this cart, got done, and radioed to him, if you have some free time, can you come take care of this? And you want to know what he did? All he did was laugh at me. He just laughed. And then he said, free time. Because we had none. Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk.
This is a weird one.
Working in retail is stressful. Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk.
You know, I feel like that could actually be the subject of one. It might actually be.
I feel like there is at least one time in a TED Talk where they've referenced retail work. And you know what? I've never listened to a TED Talk because most of the stuff that I could learn from a TED Talk, I already know. And I don't view them as fun podcasts.
And
Are they technically podcasts?
I don't know what they count as.
If they're so laughable, they could be considered stand-up comedy.
Some of them straight up seem to be stand-up comedy.
Maybe those are the ones I've seen.
I mean, there was one I saw that was kind of bad stand-up comedy that was all about trolling scam artists to waste their time.
That's another fun story I have for you, but continue.
Oh no, I have nothing else. You may proceed.
Oh, so today at my workplace, retail. Today at my workplace, we had a scam artist try and come in, and he was the most jittery dude in the world. And most of you out there probably know I live in Michigan. We are the meth capital of the United States.
Are we?
Yes, I think we are still the state that uses the most meth. Sarah and I do not use meth, but that is a thing that happens. And this guy is clearly out of it on something. He's grabbing everything, doing this, doing that. And he's the most finicky and jumpy guy out there. And he grabs a gift card. And at my workplace, we have to do checks on gift cards above a certain amount, or if he gets more than one gift card above a certain amount. And he's not allowed to do more than one transaction a day of a gift card if it's above a certain amount. So I have to take his credit card and call and check to make sure it's him. He turns that down. He grabs the gift card in a very much a rush. And I take it back and I just put it back on the shelf. This guy is offended by this. No real reason to be offended except if he did something wrong. And, he had 2 lookouts. I just told you the story not long ago, Sarah. 2 lookouts outside the store. Very clearly lookouts, trying desperately to avoid our print supervisor's glare. Yeah. So, in this section of the store, he is barely able to see these 2 lookouts, but they are together. Your lookouts should not be together. They should be doing a casual walkthrough or a jog or something. Don't take this as actual advice. They should look inconspicuous. But no, they did not. Neither did he. And also, he had what my coworker described as meth teeth. And then he gave the statement of where it feels like there are bees in your teeth.
Oh! What?
I know, it sounds awful, doesn't it? It is awful.
Why would somebody take a drug that makes it feel like there's bees in their teeth?
And this guy, of course, inevitably leaves the store when his card declines. And it turns out this card was stolen, and we didn't. My manager that tried to check him out, and it turned out it was stolen. Which, if it's a stolen card, it's pretty much always going to deny. Most people have no reason to worry about that. But always check in case. My manager did not check. And later, we had a police officer show up on shift and said, yeah, you know that guy? Yeah, he stole this card, and the person wants to press charges. We need your security footage. Long story short, the coworker that described the meth teeth to me was like, so why the feds here? And that's how I got this whole story told to me.
The feds.
Why the feds here? That man is not a member. He does good work. He's a good man. He's in that store actually. We see him a few times a month, I think. But he's not fed. And this coworker, which I will not disclose, and weed is legal officially in Michigan, does weed, and he was afraid of being found out. I'm surprised about how many people that do not know weed is legal in Michigan yet.
I know, especially considering the people that, were doing it illegally. You'd think that they'd rejoice or look that up the moment they could.
Probably, something like that.
I voted for its legalization.
Not that we do anything, but it should be legal.
If alcohol's legal, it should be legal.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, no. I was doing so well, too, actually.
It just shot you again while you were dead.
Okay, we have time for one more run as this. I actually like that. Warm for life. Die 3 times while burning.
You are warm for life for the remainder of it.
I think that's the joke.
Yes.
It's a really fun thing when someone that is clearly methed up comes in with a stolen credit card and is desperately trying to buy a gift card or a laptop. No, I want this instead. And he just puts up a gigantic packet of gel pens. And I'm like, that doesn't make much sense, sir. What are you going to use those for? To color in your yellow teeth? Make them a metallic purple?
Use white out to try to make my teeth look better. Just made my mouth feel weird. Poison control?
There's nothing that can control my poison. What? He took 9 damage from that? I took 34.
They have different legs. More jumpy.
Are you serious? Now listen here, that don't make sense. That do not make sense. Neither does rapidly rolling up a cliff, though, so I don't know why I'm frustrated.
It makes perfect sense. Have you seen goats?
Goats don't roll up a cliff!
No, but they can go up them pretty well.
That doesn't mean they're rolling up. That doesn't make it. Why did you say, have you seen goats? I want images of goats rolling up cliffs now. People in the comments below, have you ever seen a goat roll up a cliff? Or maybe roll up its sleeves?
I don't want to imagine creatures like that rolling up sleeves.
It happened in old Mickey Mouse cartoons and things like that. I think they're funny.
Yeah, but I mean, in real life though, the imagery is disturbing.
Well, there's a lot of things disturbing in real life.
Like ultra-realistic Popeye?
Ultra-realistic Popeye is quite disturbing. But also ultra-realistic SpongeBob is just a sponge and a starfish. And that makes life a little less disturbing.
Except for when you realize that Patrick would be eating SpongeBob.
That's beside the point. He deserves to die. It's been 20 years! It's been 20 years!
It's not been 20 years of SpongeBob.
It has been 20 years of SpongeBob.
Oh, you're right. It has been 20 years of SpongeBob.
What are you talking about?
Sometimes I forget how late it is in the timeline.
What? Okay. Whatever. Very few shows can retain a good quality the longer they go on. Some only consistently get worse. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I only pretty much watched it with my nephew. Or as background noise when I was but a child, so... I know the episodes, it just doesn't mean that I watched them. And I gotta tell you, they have gotten significantly Fairly Odd Parents worse.
I'm glad that one's dead.
I wish they'd make an actual finale for it, though. Instead of, you know, the thing where in which they just stop it suddenly. Like, don't get me wrong, they probably should have just stopped it suddenly 20 years ago. I'm kidding.
So 20 years.
It didn't even exist yet. They probably should have stopped it suddenly some time ago, but it just kept going, and I honestly have no idea. I didn't know it was still going until you told me it was still going. Until we watched something on YouTube about it. I don't remember what it was specifically, but we watched something on YouTube about it, and I didn't know it was still going. And it was quite a surprise. This seems like one of those shows that should have ended.
It was. It was a show that should have ended, and it didn't. It didn't until way after it should have.
Ah, you mean like Jimmy Neutron? I don't know. Jimmy Neutron ended actually at a good time in its lifespan. I got a comment on how I said lifespan.
Nope.
I will say that it's good that the original Doctor Who series ended, so we have the modern Doctor Who series instead. It definitely would not have been the same direction. So I think that's a good thing. But it's definitely, the modern series is definitely one of those shows that has kept its goodness as, seriously! That has kept its goodness as it has went along. I'm not good at the commando. But that's all we have time for. Join us next time, as I forgot what we were talking about on the next episode.
Doctor Who.
What were we talking about in the next episode, though? Exactly. You don't know, and I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Check my Patreon, Coffee, and Twitter in the description if you want to support my channel. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Bye!
Release my hand!
Stop poking me.
Release it!
Bye!